Have you ever stopped for a moment and noticed how, even after all these years, life can still feel heavier than you expected? Not heavy in the body, but heavy in the heart. You've made it through so much, decades of change, triumphs and losses, moments that shaped you in ways no one else could understand. Yet here you are, perhaps feeling like something is still holding you back from the peace and joy you truly deserve. And maybe the problem isn't that you need more things, more routines, or more people. Maybe the secret is to finally let go of the things that weigh you down. In the years after 70, the path to happiness is often about release, not accumulation. So today, we're going to talk about 8 things that, when removed from your life, can bring you a lightness you might not have felt in decades. Number 1. Release the fear of aging. Our culture has a way of planting fear into the natural process of getting older. You see it everywhere. Advertisements promising to erase wrinkles, products claiming to turn back the clock, the constant message that youth is the only time worth celebrating. But when you stop and really think about it, aging is not a curse. It's a privilege denied to many. Every line on your face is proof that you've lived. Every silver hair is a marker of survival, of making it through challenges that others didn't. The slower steps, the softer voice, the extra time you take, these are not signs of weakness. They are the rhythm of a life lived with depth. When you release the fear of aging, you start to see beauty in the small things again. A morning where the sunlight hits your kitchen table just right. A conversation with an old friend that makes you laugh so hard you forget the years between you. You stop rushing to hide your age and instead take pride in it. Aging is not the end. It's a transformation. It's a time when you no longer have to prove yourself the way you did in your 20s or 30s. It's a chapter where you can live with intention, free from the noise of competition and pressure. Let the fear go, and you'll see that what lies ahead is not a shrinking life, but a richer one. Number 2. Stop comparing yourself to younger generations. It's easy to fall into the trap of looking at younger people and feeling like you've somehow fallen behind. They move faster. They seem to learn new technology in a snap. They have that glow of youth. But that is their season of life, not yours. You were never meant to compete with the energy or appearance of your 30-year-old self, or anyone else's, for that matter. What you have now is something no youth can buy, wisdom earned through decades, stories that carry the weight of real experience, and a depth of character that only time can carve. You've seen the rise and fall of trends, the lessons of history repeating, the joy and the heartbreak of loving deeply. These are treasures that younger generations haven't yet had the chance to earn. The strength you hold today may be quieter than the loud energy of youth, but it is more enduring. When you stop comparing, you stop robbing yourself of contentment. You can watch younger people live their lives without resentment, and you can live yours without apology. You're not chasing what you once had, you're embracing what you have now. And what you have is a unique, irreplaceable perspective on life. Let them be young. Let you be whole. Number 3. Let go of the belief that you have nothing left to learn. One of the quietest ways life can lose its color is when we decide there's nothing new for us anymore. It's tempting to believe that after all you've seen, wars, revolutions, inventions, love found and lost, you've reached the end of the road in terms of learning. But that belief is a slow fade for the mind and the spirit. Those who stay curious into their later years keep something remarkable alive within themselves. They read books on topics they never explored before. They listen to different perspectives without immediately dismissing them. They try their hand at a new skill, even if it means being a beginner again. They ask questions, not just to others, but to themselves. And with every new idea, every small discovery, they keep their inner spark glowing. It doesn't matter how many birthdays you've celebrated. If your mind is still curious, your soul is still young. You don't have to chase the same ambitions you once did, but you can still grow. You can still be surprised. And those little surprises, the way a new recipe turns out, the moment you finally understand a concept that once baffled you, the joy of seeing the world through fresh eyes, are what keep life from becoming stale. Letting go of the belief that you've seen it all opens the door to a lifetime of new colors, even now. Number 4. Release regret. This is one of the heaviest burdens to carry, and it's one many people never put down. Regret has a way of settling into the heart like a shadow that just won't leave. You think about the words you didn't say, the chances you didn't take, the mistakes you wish you could erase. And it's human to feel that way. But regret is not just painful, it's corrosive. It eats away at your joy, it ages your heart faster than time ever could, and it blinds you to the good that's still in front of you. The truth is, you did the best you could with the knowledge, resources, and circumstances you had at the time. Maybe you wish you had handled something differently, but every choice you made was part of the path that brought you here. Every wrong turn taught you something. Every heartbreak shaped your resilience. Carrying regret doesn't change the past, it only robs the present. Releasing regret is not about pretending the past never happened. It's about making peace with it. It's saying to yourself, I accept that this is part of my story, and I will use its lessons to live better now. When you forgive yourself, you free up space in your heart for joy to move back in. You stop looking over your shoulder and start looking ahead to the time you still have left. Number 5. Cut out toxic relationships without guilt. By the time you've reached your 70s and beyond, your energy is more valuable than gold. You've spent a lifetime giving your time, your patience, and your heart to others. But not everyone has treated those gifts with care. Some people, friends, acquaintances, even family, can leave you feeling drained, small, or constantly on edge. Holding on to those connections out of habit, obligation, or fear of judgment does nothing but steal your peace. Letting go is not about anger or revenge. It's about choosing freedom over constant hurt. You do not owe anyone your suffering, no matter how close they are in blood. The truth is, peace cannot grow in the presence of constant negativity. And the moment you decide to protect that peace, you open the door for more kindness, more understanding, and more love to flow into your life. Surround yourself with people who make you feel heard and respected, who bring laughter instead of criticism, who share warmth instead of judgment. When you release the ones who keep you in chaos, you reclaim the quiet strength that makes your later years a sanctuary. Number 6. Declutter physically, emotionally, and mentally. Look around your living space. The drawers filled with things you haven't touched in years. The closets packed with clothes you no longer wear. The shelves holding trinkets from a life you've outgrown. Every item you keep without need takes up more than just physical space. It holds a little piece of your energy. The same is true for the clutter you can't see. The regrets you replay in your mind. The guilt you carry like a hidden stone in your chest. The unspoken words you've swallowed for decades. Decluttering is an act of liberation. It's not about throwing away your memories, but about making room for your life as it is now. Donate what no longer serves you so it can bring joy to someone else. Write down the feelings you've never said aloud, and either share them or let them go. Clean not just your home, but your mind. When you do, you'll notice the air feels lighter, your movements freer, and your thoughts clearer. Every corner you clear, both inside and out, is a small victory over the weight of the past. Number 7. Stop expecting others to make you happy. This can be a tough truth to accept, but it's one that changes everything. No one is coming to hand you happiness. Not your children, not your spouse, not your friends, not society. At this stage in life, happiness is not something you wait for, it's something you create. The most joyful older adults are not those who were given everything they wanted, but those who learn to build joy for themselves. They don't wait for someone to invite them somewhere. They make their own plans. They don't sit at home wishing for company. They take a walk in the park, join a club, try a new hobby, or learn a skill just for the fun of it. They don't tell themselves they're too old. They say, why not now? Choosing to create your own joy means giving yourself permission to try things without worrying how you'll look or whether you'll be good at them. It means doing something purely because it makes you feel alive, whether or not anyone else understands it. When you stop expecting others to be responsible for your happiness, you discover just how much power you've had all along. Number 8. Discard the lie that it's too late. Perhaps the most dangerous thought a person can have in their later years is that their time has passed. That it's too late to love again, too late to learn something new, too late to start over. This lie keeps countless people from experiencing some of the most beautiful moments of their lives. But if you look around, you'll find story after story of seniors proving the opposite. People in their 70s starting charities, in their 80s writing books, in their 90s planting gardens, painting for the first time, even launching YouTube channels to share their passions with the world. It is not too late for you either. Every day you wake up is another blank page in your story, and you're still holding the pen. You can choose to fill those pages with new adventures, fresh connections, and moments that make your heart race. Don't let the thought of age be the lock on the door. Push it open. Let yourself dance, laugh, travel, create, fall in love. Whatever stirs your soul. Life is not done with you, and you are not done with life. In conclusion, if you've been carrying fear, comparison, regret, toxic ties, clutter, false expectations, or the belief that your time has passed, let this be the moment you finally put them down. These burdens have no place in the chapter you're living in now. This stage of life is not about shrinking into the background. It's about becoming who you've always wanted to be, without apology. You've earned the right to live in peace, to laugh without hesitation, to wake up each day with a sense of possibility. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are exactly where you need to be to start again. So let go, step forward, and embrace the freedom that comes when you finally decide to live for yourself. This is your time, and you, my friend, are just getting started.